Hello everybody. This is Al Johnson coming to you via the Al Johnson Show on my YouTube channel. But also, if you're watching this on Facebook, I'm coming to you via the Pro Wrestling Collective wrestling page, the wrestling group page. And I thought it was appropriate for me to come up today on this, I would say, special occasion. Now I know to a lot of people, today it's just normal plain March 16th, and that's fine if that's you. But for someone like me who loves professional wrestling, this day is a bit more momentous than that. Today is 316 Day, aka Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Now, for those of you that don't know, like I said, I am a huge wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan since I would say 7. Yeah, I would say 7 years old. The first wrestling thing I ever saw was my dad showing me WrestleMania 5, where Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage was in the main event for the championship. And also, I believe sometime after that, I had gotten WrestleMania 10 on VHS. Remember that, VHS? And that was when you had, I believe you had the double WWF Championship main eventer. You had the ladder match with Razor and Shawn. You had the Bret and Owen opener, which is a classic. But the whole thing of me being a wrestling fan really actually started with the Attitude Era. And in the Attitude Era was when I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin. And throughout my time watching wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he captured wrestling to me in a way that I think to me has been lacking in modern day wrestling, which was, to me, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was one of those wrestlers who had the believability that he was a complete, I would say, a complete maverick. He was a complete renegade. He was a complete, I would say, he was a complete revolution for what wrestling needed at the time. And to me, that always struck a chord with me as a wrestling fan. And Stone Cold, since the first time I saw him, and since I saw his rivalry with The Rock, to me, greatest rivalry in all of wrestling, to me, that, all those things, and just seeing his personality and his charisma, to me, that opened up to me like, wow, so these wrestlers, they're kind of, sorry about that, I haven't noticed that because the sun is too shiny. But yeah, Stone Cold to me, he was everything to me that was like, wow. And just even then, when I was watching him, I knew he was the greatest, or as you say, the GOAT. But it wasn't until, you know, I watched other wrestling pundits who cover wrestling, or saw other wrestling pages or pages that follow wrestling, and they all agree that, yeah, Stone Cold, he is the greatest. Next to the man known as Hulk Hogan, this man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, really changed a lot for wrestlers. Matter of fact, yes, you can say that Hulk Hogan, he made wrestling popular, but Stone Cold, he made wrestling cool. And I feel like nowadays with pro wrestling, I'm not gonna say like, it's lost its cool factor, but it just lost its sheen. It just lost that bit of shine that I saw when I was a kid. And going into adulthood. Even going into adulthood, of course I was watching, and I still watch somewhat out of necessity, and also because I love wrestling. Like how, even if the MCU is stumbling, I'ma still watch it because I grew up watching the MCU. And so Stone Cold, to me, like I said, his matches with The Rock, his matches with Triple H, his matches Trying to remember his matches with Kurt Angle, his matches with the Undertaker, like great, not just iconic matches, but iconic rivalries. And like I said, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like I said, as a wrestling fan, it was just something about him that swagger that I feel like a lot of wrestlers today are trying to emulate, either directly like him or maybe in their own way because of what Stone Cold did. And I just felt like I just want to come up here. Hold on. Sorry about that. And I just wanted to come up here and just, I guess, express my appreciation and my respect for the man known as the Texas Rattlesnake. And to me, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the greatest of all time. No disrespect to Hogan or Ric Flair or Bruno Sammartino or others, but to me, and for my generation and for my era of wrestling, just like how Michael Jordan was everything to basketball to a lot of people, to me, for pro wrestling, maybe now and forever, until I'm 6 feet under, to me, there is nobody in wrestling that will ever really capture a cultural zeitgeist and a global appeal and a global audience. No one will capture that other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I just want to come up here and express that. And that's all I got to say about that. And so thank you guys for watching this. Like I said, I just want to come up here on 3/16 day and celebrate the man and tell him, thank you for everything he's done. And I'm a fan of his. And that's all there is to that. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to get out of here so I can be out of this heat. Happy 3/16 day. And that's the bottom line, because I said so.